In this session we're going to look at our ledger department. So we're going to say utility setup module parameters. We're going to go to ledger and ledger departments. Now what I've done here is I've created 3 extra departments. I, for instance, could have a account department, a HR department, and a marketing department. What you now can do is you can set up a default department under your enterprise settings. But you can also define a ledger department for a major stock department. So if I double click here, I can choose a ledger department. So instead of my departments being my accounts department, my corporate department, or HR department, or marketing department, I can change this completely. I can say, well, I don't need to use my departments as ledger departments. I can use it for my stock, where I can now define specific departments for my stock. But let me show you where else we can go. You can also go to ledger account maintenance, and for each type of department or each type of ledger account, you can select a default department. For instance, I can also say here, I'm going to choose a department and accept. Now if you go, so every time a transaction is processed that you've used one of those ledgers in, that information will be reported to that specific department. If you go to Excel type financial statements, you will now be able to choose any one of the available reports here and select a specific department. If dynamic departments is specified or selected under the enterprise setting, my option is on here. You will also be able to go to ledger cash book postings and select a department per transaction. So now you can have different departments per ledger account, where if you go to ledger account maintenance, you'll define that that department always belongs to that specific ledger account. But over here I can say I'm going to use advertising, and today advertising will be for my marketing department, but tomorrow it could be used for the HR department. And that concludes looking at ledger departments.